Luke, I don't think you're going to see me anymore anyway because I've actually, I don't know if you guys have seen this, but I've actually been cancelled.
I was talking about this on my
Sorry to
podcast.
report.
I thought it was crazy. We should talk about this. It's so
Yeah.
fucking stupid.
It's crazy. Like that. What's happening now is really what should have happened when I initially put out the joke. Put out my Dreamworld joke. It's on my comedy special, loosbeers.com/watch, because Lord knows that's the only way you're going to see my fucking stand-up now. I put out that clip. It's me joking about the deaths that happened at Dreamworld. And really the joke is less about the deaths. The actual joke is about people getting angry at the joke that I told, and then me making fun of people who got angry at the joke. And now people are angry at that joke. I put it on IGTV. It is now at 350,000 views. It's fucking blowing up. And if you go through the comments section, it is a war zone out there. 50% of the people love it. 50% of the people hate it. The problem is people who like it aren't really commenting, because it's not really a joke that you comment on and go, wow, this is great, because
Yeah.
if mum sees it, she'll get angry at you.
Yeah, but this is what I was saying. I did talk about it on my podcast for a bit. I just thought it was funny. People are getting mad at something that you did 3 years ago. So it's like, don't be mad now. And also, they were only pretty much Americans, it seemed like, that were getting angry. So it's like, you're not even affected. You're getting angry on someone else's behalf, which is annoying. And my biggest point was, I just read the comment section. It was just people arguing. It was you ripping people back and getting heaps of likes for it. But it was just the reason why this is blowing up is because it's just people fucking fighting with each other. And I think
That's what I said. Yeah, that's the number one thing that makes shit travel online is arguments, because that's engagement.
Yeah.
If you have 100% positive comments or 100% negative comments, doesn't really do much. If you have like 50-50 or even 60-40, that's literally double the amount of comments and engagement. So Instagram sees that and goes, oh, this is a great post. It's getting lots of engagement. And then it shows it to some asshole who would never find the joke funny, ruins their day. Then they attack me. Now I'm angry.
Yeah, see, I wonder why ISIS beheading videos don't go more viral, you know?
Because that's 100% negative.
Yeah.
There's not many people.
Surely there's a
unless
lot
your
of
name's
people
Muhammad,
going, hey.
who enjoy that type of content.
That's the thing. Surely there's a lot of people in the comments there going, hey, boys, this isn't on, you know, a little bit offensive. Didn't like this one.
Yeah, but that's what Lewis is saying.
Maybe-
No one's for those videos, so you're not going to get arguments in the comments.
True.
Yeah,
But
if it's 100% positive or 100% negative, it doesn't travel as much as something that's like 50-50.
right. So that's where ISIS are going wrong. They need to split the crowd a little more. They need to like.
Yeah, what they need to do is get me up to do like a tight 5, and then they'll just behead a civilian afterwards. Now that's a corporate I'd love to take. In this tough economy, you got to make tough decisions. It is funny that the criticism that I'm getting, the number one criticism, is that it's too soon. Like, you can't joke about it. It's too soon. Now I'm fucking doing the bit. I've done it so many times. But I posted that on IGTV 4 years later. So it's not too soon.
Nah. But that's the thing. They're Americans who don't even know what tragedy you're referring to. They just don't like the idea that anyone can get the exposure that you've got for saying a thing that they deem bad or inappropriate.
It's really interesting when things go viral, because how the internet works is generally when you post anything, Facebook or Instagram, whatever platform, will show it to the people who always like your stuff first, right? So people who will generally always like your stuff. And if that audience really likes it and there's lots of comments and engagement, it shows it to the second ring of people, which is people who usually like your stuff, or maybe someone who's not subscribed but they've watched a couple of videos, they're on the fence. And then if those people like it, it shows it to another circle of people who could like your stuff, who like similar things, but they've maybe never seen you. And if those people like it, then it goes truly viral and it shows it to just everyone. And within that everyone, the final circle is people who would just never, ever like your stuff, no matter how you'd do it or when or what.
Yeah, right. So has anything happened? Did you still have a career? I mean, that's the thing. They're really cancelling you at a bad time.
I've already been cancelled, bro. COVID-19 took me out. What are you, COVID-20? No, I'm not scared of you.
They think like, oh man, this guy shouldn't do shows. You should be like, you should tweet like, bro, you know what? after, I hear you, and I'm going to take the next 6 months of comedy. And they'll be like, fuck yeah, we cancelled him. And then in it, I had a message, and I wasn't going to bring it up, but like, I had a message from someone who obviously knows us both, or maybe even listens to this podcast, and they sent me your clip on Instagram. They were like, what do you think about this, man? I personally thought he went too far. This is why I prefer your comedy better. And I said to him, well, I helped him write the joke. So like, I'm like, we worked on that bit one day in your backyard. Like you obviously had the main structure, but like you floated it by me, and I was workshopping that joke with you. And he's like, what the fuck?
Yeah, I remember.
Really? And I was like, you don't even understand.
The final punchline where, like, right at the end, I won't ruin it, but it's the one right at the end. I had the first 3, and I was solid with them. I was like, these are great. And then I wrote that last one, and I was like, fuck, I don't know if I can say this. And then I ran it by Luke on the phone. The only reason that part of the joke is in there is because Luke said, dude, you have to put it in. That's funny. So if that guy doesn't,
it was the
like
under the conveyor
me,
belt thing.
Yeah. That part.
That second joke blew the first one out of the water, and under the conveyor belt, you were like, I can't say it, man. That's too far. Like Lewis was going, that's too far. And I was the one, I was like, fuck no, that's so good. Like, that's pretty funny. And that is funny. Like, people laughed. I've seen it kill all around the country. I opened for you that year on your tour when you were doing that bit. And what was just funny to me is that guy thought I would take his side and go, yeah, man, Lewis really went too far in this. I'm like, you have no concept of like, what, like, if you actually think Lewis is a bad person for writing that joke, you're a fucking moron.
Yeah.
Like, he actually he's like, do you think he went too far? I was like, no, I don't think he went far enough. Like, you know what? You probably did, actually. You probably did.
No, I think
you did. You probably hit you were right on the line there. But I was just like, dude, there's no such thing as going too far. If the only time when you've gone too far is when the audience stops laughing. And that's when you've gone too far. That's like the fucking line.
That's the barometer that every single comedian works off is the audience laughing? And like, that joke was one of those rare jokes where from the minute I started performing it just worked. Like, I had to warm people up to it. I would always have to have like a 15-minute buffer beforehand to prove to the audience that I'm not a psychopath. But once I started doing it, it just worked, and it always worked, and it only got better. So I think that it is weird that people seem to, like, if you don't find it funny, that's fine. But that doesn't mean that whatever you think is now in my head. It's like, what you think I thought is now what I think, because that's come from you.
It sounds like
it's
a Jerry
not true.
Seinfeld bit. Like, when the person thinks and you thought. And that's fine. That was very confusing. Fucking Dr. Seuss.
And that's why I'm a
yes.
comedian, because I can't say anything deep or insightful, but I can make fun of death.
What a talent. Well done, Lewis. Soon you might be making fun of your own one.
Yeah.
Correct.
Who knows with this fucking COVID-19 around.